Hello everyone, I'm CrypticFox, and tonight we are starting a brand new colony on a brand new asteroid. I know we were doing alright with the Aridio asteroid, and our colony was at like cycle 250 or something. And I thought about going back and continuing to play that tonight, but I was also thinking about the Rime Asteroid. This asteroid is a giant frozen ball of yuckiness, and I've kind of wanted to try it out, but I've been so busy playing in Aridio that I haven't had a chance to give it a whirl yet. So I thought, let's start a new asteroid tonight. We'll have a little bit of fun. Now, I'm going in completely blind. I haven't played the Aridio asteroid at all, so this will be a new experience for me. And for those of you who enjoy watching a train wreck, this might be that. but we'll see how it goes. Welcome everyone who's here in the chat so far, and those, of course, who are watching on the channel afterwards. Special shout out to our top tier channel members, Mattia Z, JDog11, Nabs1, Still Snow, Toolkit71, Durgan AD, and Kathleen Hart. Thank you all so much for the top tier memberships. Mistakes were made indeed, and thank you so much for making those. Still Snow with the super chat. Yay, dupsicles! I hear they taste great. Yeah, I guess we'll find out. So this is the asteroid we're going to be on. This is Rime. Now it has a bunch of different features. I shuffled through them because I wanted one that had a frozen core, but I also wanted it to be geoactive. I'm going to give myself a small little nudge towards a potential for survival by giving myself some geoactive stuff in there. Also has a regular oil and small boulders, but this is the asteroid we're going to use for this particular colony. Now, we may still go back and play the Aridio asteroid. It's still there. I haven't crashed the game out. It's not deleted or anything. It's still around. We can certainly go and continue to play that, but I thought just for something different to do tonight, we'd go play in the frozen world and see how many times we can die in one stream and have to start a new colony. Found the most perfect cold biome in one of your worlds. Huge cold biome with 2 nullifiers and a hydrogen geyser. Nice. All right, so I'm gonna get a couple of duplicates here. I'm gonna take a digger. I'm gonna take a researcher. I probably should bring a doctor because everyone's gonna be like suffering from hypothermia like all of the time. But I think I'm gonna take somebody who maybe we'll go with a tidier. Builder, cooker, decorator, digger, whatever. We'll go tidier. I don't really care. I'm not really huge on the initial selection screen anyway. Who wants to name the colony? What should we call this giant hypothermic disaster? Don't need a doctor for hypothermia. Oh, that's true. You can just go chill out. Make sure your backup, your Aridio saves, autosaves are not colony specific. Yeah, I save it every time before I leave the game. I actually save it twice before I leave every night just to make sure that I've got it. Hey, Ashley, how are you? Is there a rhyme? Is there also a reason? No, there's no reason, Mr. No. It's all just rhyme. Ice ball dupe, at ball, the dead world. Ice cold. Yeah, I'm going to shuffle these yet. I haven't made a decision on who I'm taking yet. Ice age, Hypoville, winter's coming. Freeze grave. I think I kind of like freeze grave. That sounds about right. Okay. So we're going to shuffle these up. I've already picked the classes that I want, but I'm going to shuffle it up and see what we can get. Quick learner, bottomless stomach. No, we don't want a bottomless stomach. That would be bad. I do want some reasonably good digging skill. Diver's lungs and squeamish. Can't do doctoring, but that's all right. Maybe 2 traits. Excavation and cuisine. Diver's lungs and slow learner. Decreased science. Caregiver, narcoleptic. Diver's lungs, flatulent. No, flatulence. Thank you very much. I'm going to take this one, I think. +7, that's alright. +7 research is good too, science. Loud sleeper, I don't really want to deal with them. They're not that hard to manage. You can just put them on a different schedule, but I'd rather just not have them there. +7 science. Quick learner. Get loud sleeper. Irritable bowel, alright. Sure, why not? That one seems fine. I should take the +7, but we'll go with the +3. Tidying and decorating. Alright, decorating seems like a good option. Mulhands, narcoleptic. I can deal with narcolepsy. That's only a minor inconvenience. This one here is going to be Still Snow. Thank you again for the top tier membership, Still Snow. This one will be JDog11. Again, thank you for the top tier membership as well. And this one will be Scott of the Dupe Arctic. Just because. All right. Perfect. Let's get this on a roll. Oh, binge eater, ugly crier, and vomiter. I don't really care what their stress rates are. Welcome to our fancy new asteroid. Now, I'm not entirely sure what to expect here. Like I said, I haven't played this one at all. I haven't even booted up a colony that has a frozen asteroid. Clearly, it's not all ice. It's just super cold inside, so we'll see what happens. You could call it the Hoth system. We already got freeze graves. That'll be our name for today. But welcome to our frozen world. There's water here and stuff. I'm surprised it's... Oh, there we go. There's the cold I was expecting. Oh, 13 degrees. That's actually not as cold as I thought it was going to be. I was expecting, like, Arctic temperatures of, like... Oh, there we are. It's really close. -6, -2. Okay, so the starting biome's pretty small. We don't have a lot of room to work with in here. Just this one little ball of space, and it's going to get really cold because it's cold outside of here, and there's no insulating layers. So we'll see what happens. Make the make the dupes take a chill pill. Well, they're already be chilling, so I don't know that we want them to chill any further. Right, we have an interesting conundrum here. I'm actually on a little island to start with. That's not usual. So again, this is a totally blind playthrough. We'll see what happens with the frozen asteroid because I haven't tried it yet. I know it presents some of its own challenges because the materials that we're digging out are also super cold. So everything we're trying to work with is going to be just frosty. And we're going to want to try and dig stuff down so that it can, like, get out of the colony, I guess. That's some of the tips that people were throwing out before the stream started that we want to try and get some of the materials out of the colony as early as possible. So we'll throw a ladder over here. Dig down towards some water. I don't know at what point the water is going to start to freeze, but it will happen at some point. I have to be a little bit cautious of that. Can't even dig that out. I want to leave some of the oxalite intact because I'm not sure what oxygen production is going to be like on this particular asteroid. Dig out all this wonderful stuff. We do fortunately have... we have lots of algae here, so that's a plus. So oxygen production shouldn't be too bad right away. This is the cold one, yeah. This is Rime. It's the giant frozen asteroid of doom. Never seen one of those growing like on an oxalite before. That's interesting. Now for this particular colony, because of the conditions we're going to be working in, I may not... Oh, look at all that ice already. Good Lord. I may not take as many duplicates as I normally take. Normally I'll go up to like 17, 18 duplicates. I may dial that back just a little bit. Try to play a little bit more conservatively and see if we can keep them alive. Pretty sure it's around 0 degrees Celsius. But what's this now? Oh, yeah. With the where it freezes? Yeah. Huh. Actually, I think in this game it takes a little bit lower than 0 degrees to get stuff to freeze. Cancel that. Throw another ladder over on this side. Okay. Bathrooms should be #1 priority, so we'll get some outhouses over here. The interesting thing is that all the things that I've been trying to avoid in other games in terms of heat production are actually things we're going to want to have in the colony now because they're going to help us with heat generation. Where's our Nightbot? I don't know. Nightbot's been a little funny lately. Sometimes Nightbot shows up a little later than you would normally expect. I'm not sure what the deal is exactly. You heat stuff up easily. Trust me, you played this map. Alright, that's cool. Is that your colony? Giant frozen asteroid of doom? No, it's called Freeze Grave. It's a kind of a description of where our duplicates are going to end up. They'll all be in frozen graves. Yeah, I want to keep an eye on the temperatures out here. I kind of want to see how far I'm going to go. So minus is... I'm going to try and keep them in the areas that are not super frozen initially. You know, just so we can try to keep control of it a little bit. We'll strip off another layer down here. Get all these materials to drop. Same thing with here. That's cold CO2. Oh, they didn't build the bathrooms in time. Oh, we're going to have a problem. They won't pee right away when they come out of the their little sleep cycle, but they won't be that far off of it, so hopefully they won't pee on the floor. There's nothing like frozen pee slush getting stuck to your boots. That's the ultimate. You hardcore failed on this map. Yeah, I can see how. Warm sweaters. So all the stuff that would be really useful is kind of a little bit later on, you know. So we have to like throw in like a few things here early on. We can try to generate some warmth. It's just going to be so backwards the way I normally have to play because I'm always worried about generating excess power, or excess heat rather. And now we want to minimize the, sorry, we want to maximize the heat instead of minimizing it. Don't eat the yellow snow. It's like Rimworld with less cannibalism. Yeah, well, the trouble, I mean, they probably would cannibalize them, but they'll be frozen, and nobody likes a frozen hunk of meat to chew on. maybe not no one, but you know, most people don't. Okay, water everywhere. It's a pretty good pocket of oxygen here. I'm gonna save that for later. Let's dig out some more of this. We'll let the CO2 drop down here the way we normally do. And then I'm gonna extend the ladder. I kind of want all this stuff to just fall in here so it's down in the water and out of my way. Now with this game, all the materials maintain their temperature also. So when you have like stuff sitting on the ground, it'll be cold, but also when you build things out of it, it's going to be cold. So everything new that we make is going to start off cold unless we can heat the materials before we end up using them. Oh, the poor hatch, we're going to drown him. Build a little catch basin down here so we don't pee in our water too badly. See that? I'm preparing ahead of time. That doesn't happen often. Usually I just let them pee in it. Pitcher pump in here. That'll give us our water. You heard poke shells love frozen dupesicles. I believe it. I believe it. Oh, Jess Stewart with a super chat. 1 day for new badge. Thanks for all vids. Thanks, Jess. Really appreciate the super chat. Thank you for the support. Long-standing supported that. Set that left. I'm going to set priority 9 on our bathrooms just so they clean those out regularly. Food might be interesting on this. I mean, I just dug up a whole bunch of free food that was... Oh, you know, we got a trap duplicate already. J-Dog, come on, man. All right, we can get him out. Cancel this. Instead of digging, we'll... Or sorry, instead of building, we'll just dig. That'll get J-Dog out fine. Good job, buddy. I think that hospital game's in Chrono today. Well, let's take a quick peek. Let's see. If you're not familiar with Chrono, Project Hospital is actually, yes. That's actually supposed to be a pretty good game. If you're not familiar with Chrono, there's a site called chrono.gg, and I have a page there, chrono.gg/CrypticFox, where they offer up games at steep discounts. There's one game each day, so they don't have like a whole storefront necessarily. It's more just like individual games. Today's game is Project Hospital. It's on sale for 40% off, so $14.99 until it'll be like noon Eastern time tomorrow, and then they'll cycle that out for a different game. Oh, and any purchase there, it is an affiliate link, so any purchase there does help support the channel as well, so just so you're aware. I would normally go into meal preparation as my first thing, but I feel like we probably want stuff that's going to help with temperatures as early as possible. I don't think we can get to insulated tile until we get a supercomputer. So I'm not going to worry about that just yet. I think I'm going to go for power, because I want these big batteries. They generate a little bit of heat, and we can almost use them as little heating placements. Mind you, so does the compost. Yeah, we're going to go after the battery. Your 18-month-old son says hi. Well, hello, 18-month-old son. Farm ties that get metal refinery and coal gens. Yeah, I'm sure there's a lot of ways to tackle it. All right, so this battery is producing heat. You can already see things are a little bit warmer here. 16 degrees or so, so not too crazy. I'm going to try and keep the farms a little bit centrally located because we want to keep them as far away from all the coldness out on the perimeter. The nice thing is we have 2 pockets of water near the bottom, and water takes a long time to change temperature. So it's almost going to act as like an insulating layer down here to keep this area a little bit warmer, hopefully. Now, we do have this ice over here, though, which is going to be its own problem. How was your first day of freedom from the children? Busy. It was good, but it was busy. Being a holiday yesterday, I had a lot of catch-up work and stuff to do today and what have you, so... But yeah, it was good. Kids had a good day at school and everything. Everything seems to have turned out fine. Nobody got bullied as far as I know. So good news all around, I guess. I'm going to do this a little differently than I normally would. I'm going to take your advice and let these materials drop down. So we're going to keep peeling the layers down, and then I'll build the floors afterwards. By the way, be careful of sieving polluted water that's standing around on the map. Come out frozen and break pipes. Yeah, I can see that. We'll have to be a little bit careful about how we manage our water in general. Catching the stream from down under. Hey, Jillian. You can also bracket the farming areas with your oxygen generators. Yeah, because they generate oxygen at 30 degrees, so it'll be good that way too. There's lots of little ways we can generate heat in here. I don't know. I think it's more when we break out of the central core area. Because see, it's minus 25 over here. That's when stuff starts to get really chilly. And we have a frozen core. And I think someone was telling me that with a frozen core, the temperature is like minus 200 and something. And that's a little on the cold side, I feel like. It might be chilly. Ooh, the one thing I have to be careful of, though, if I let too many materials fall into too many places, then I can't collect them and use them. So I'm going to try and be a little cautious of that. Let's build some floors in here so we actually can do things. I'd kind of like to have storage bins, but I don't want them up top. I'm going to want to keep them somewhere where the coldness they're going to radiate isn't going to be awful. Choose blueprint. Next duplicate. Who wants to be a duplicate? I think we'll bring in Jess Stewart can be duplicate number 2. So we have ranching, tidying, and building, researching, supplying, and suit wearing. Grease monkey, anemic, supplying. I'm going to take Max because we're going to need a secondary researcher anyway. So we might as well take someone who's good at it. Thanks for the super chat, Jess. So you can be duplicate number 4. I'm not sure what number we're going to stop at. Maybe 10 or 12 this time around. I normally go to like 18 to 25, but I think we'll stop at like 10 or 12 until I get a sense of how well we're doing. Oh, there's that runoff. It's all melting. That's cold water dropping in there. See if we can mop this up. That's going to continually melt as the heat comes along, but that cold that it's going to produce is just going to be vicious. Not too bad. Not too bad at the moment. First research is done. Let's go on to farms. Because I want to build that farm tile now. I probably should have done the farms first. That's okay. Okay, so we're gonna do a little bit of heat generation here. I want a couple batteries to spread out my heat because these things produce, where are they? Heat 1.25 kilodTUs. So I don't necessarily need the power that's gonna be stored in them so much as I just want them sitting out where they can produce a little bit of warmth. Jess Stewart, please make my name Doopy McDoopface. All right, I guess we can do that. Doopy McDoopface. Thank you, Doopy McDoopface. See how long it takes for it to update. It says Doopy McDoopface here and Jess Stewart here, so it might take a little bit for that to update. We'll see what happens. Maybe a retaining wall by the ice to stop all the water. Yeah, we're going to need one. I was hoping to use insulation over there, but I don't think we're going to get a chance. Because cold and research. It's going to take a little bit. Oh, we have a skill point we can spend too for that first duplicate. Because these ones we don't get a skill we can spend, but these ones we can. So let's put improved carrying. Oh, I shouldn't have. Oh, what was I doing? I meant... Ugh, stupid. I meant to click on research. What was I thinking? Oh, well. I think it's still research. Next, I'd rather have Doopy McDoopface die rather than my name. Oh, okay, fair enough. Did you start over? What happened to the last colony? I did. I decided I wanted to try the Rime Asteroid. I just haven't played it at all. So I thought, let's have a little bit of fun. We'll try the frozen colony. We can always go back to the Aridio asteroid if we like. But for now, let's play with the frozen stuff. See if we can make a snow fort or something. You did dig out the floor so the melting ice pours down by the pitcher pumps? Through here? Yeah, I mean, this is all ice. And it's not polluted ice, which is nice. So if it does melt, we could get it to run down here. We want it to warm up, though, ultimately. So until I can get it to do that, it's not really going to do a whole lot of the melting business, because it's still below 0 over here. This water's... See, look, here's a prime example. You would think water would be frozen at 0, but it's minus 3.5, and it's still wet. So I don't know. CrypticFox allergic to reading comments from blue names with wrenches, unless you say beer, 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 beer over here. Oh, you're right, I did. Ha-ha! What did I miss? Me trash status, but not me pull any. What's this now? All those bottles of water are cold. They are, yeah. I mean, everything's cold in here. It's freezing. It'll get warmer. See, the batteries are already starting to make things a little bit more comfortable over here. If we can get that research finished for the farm tiles, I should have done that first. I could have used small batteries to do the heating, I guess. So I think the farm tiles would have been the way to go initially so I could get some food going, but I'm just not in a huge hurry to get these duplicates working too hard because there's only a limited amount of stuff they can do. I want to put the farm in here, so let's maybe put, I don't know, we can put a floor in here, I guess. That'll let me seal this off. I'm gonna do the standard thing I do and put the duplicates living quarters above. So we'll plan for that to be up here. Obviously, we'll need a ladder to reach that. And then we're gonna need some oxygen production too, because as I'm digging stuff out, we're spreading out all the gases, and that's gonna make stuff not very breathable. Must read us at the most awkward times. Avert your eyes and let us mock you in peace. Oh, okay. High pressure water can be less than 0 degrees Celsius. Well, there's not really a sense of high pressure when it comes to water. I think normally in this game, like you normally get like 1,000 kilograms per tile, and that's kind of where it peaks out. Oil is one thing that can be under pressure in this game, and it will erupt outwards and spread out, but the water seems to sort of normally stay around 1 kilogram per tile. So I don't know. Might just be like I don't know, just a physics thing they incorporated in the game. Is there salt water on this asteroid? I have no idea. This asteroid is geoactive, so we could have. Oh, excellent! I didn't even see the new art for that before. There's a farm biome or a forest biome in here. Dirt, aluminum ore. Oh, nice! I didn't realize there was a forest biome in this asteroid. I don't know how cool this is because you've never played, but tell me, Fox, they're upgrading stairs for building. It will be amazing. Okay. I will take your word for it. Yes, there is salt water. All right. Nope, this is done. Research. We should probably unlock the supercomputer now so we can go after insulation. Oh, you know, I didn't think. I should have actually built upwards ahead of time and dug down, but... storage containers, I want those to be tucked away someplace where it's already cold, ideally. Oh, this isn't going to do a whole lot of blocking of the water. I go my normal 4 floors thing. I would put this floor here. I'm going to put storage down here where it's kind of out of the way. Out of the way and already cold. Cancel that. We can do farm tiles now, so that's a good thing. Put those in here. Except I think I'm going to leave a gap here in the middle for some CO2. There we go. I don't know how many duplicates we're going to take, so I don't know how much food I need, but I guess this will be a good starting point. Should play Sims 4 ASAP. What's this now? This colony's lacking molten copper. Oh, just you wait. It might get an opportunity. If there's a point where our duplicates are too cold and we really need to solve problems, the molten copper may arrive. Don't you worry. I think this space might be too big for a room. But we'll see what happens when they build it. And I suppose I might as well seal this in as a bathroom, too. No harm in blocking it off. Trapped little shine bug in there. Poor little shine bug. It's got such a hard life. Zach Rano with a super chat. How to make more water from ice and geyser. Then from ice and geyser. Well, there's actually one of the videos I'm planning on doing is about how to get more water in the game. So you have a couple methods. You obviously have your starting water you start with, but when that runs out, that's when it becomes more challenging. After that, you're going to be looking for, you can either take polluted water and convert it using the water sieve. You can find geysers that have water, or obviously you can melt ice, as you mentioned. And then outside of that, you want to look at machines that produce polluted water that you can clean. So, for example, I don't have any of it unlocked right now, but the petroleum generator produces polluted water. The natural gas generator produces polluted water. I think when you make... Is it fertilizer? Fertilizer, I think, consumes polluted water, so that's not a good option. But there's one of them that... maybe it's the slime machine, will produce polluted water. So you want to start to get machines that will produce polluted water if you don't have a geyser that you can access. But geysers are generally going to be your next best option. 5 mealwood per dupe, FYI. Yep, I'm aware. Like I said, I don't know how many dupes we're going to have, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's basically 6 duplicants support right here. Initially, anyway. Let's put all this storage in here. Storage is going to be interesting this time around because it's cold. I want to keep it away from stuff. How big is this room? That is 72 tiles. That is too big. Barracks will take 64. So how big is this? 72 minus 8. That would do. I need to block that in. So we're going to give them a little stepping stool to help finish the build. We'll finish the roof when we ultimately dig up there, but... Actually, this might not be tall enough. I kind of wish you could give them, like, just a little stepping stool. They finished the science research for the supercomputer, so that's good. Let's go down here and we'll go after... Temperature modulation. Let's give us a couple things. Space heater, insulation. We obviously don't want the ice maker so much. There's going to be plenty of that. Nor the icy fan, but that'll do for now. How are we doing oxygen-wise? I think we might need to start producing air. Yep. Did the old quality die of molten copper? No, it's still alive. I haven't gotten rid of it yet. I just I decided I wanted to play around with the Rime Asteroid, so we're gonna check this one out for a little bit. See how it plays. I'm gonna do a double version of this, one on either side. Try and keep that warm air trapped around our farm area. This will also help concentrate the CO2 down towards the middle, maybe. Air down here is like 14 degrees, too. That's not bad, actually. Those are obviously going to need power. Slap this on here. If you're wondering about all those the large batteries here, I don't really need all that much power. They're just there because I want the heat production. You can always generate water for your bathroom. Water only need, yeah, bathroom's another place. So, and your overflow that you get from your toilet system. Obviously, that's really highly dependent on the number of duplicates you have, though. As well as, you know, like, obviously when they go to the bathroom, you have to wait for that to actually get the materials. What's the deal with molten copper? Joke, you don't know? Yeah, it's, a number of colonies. When we've decided we wanted to end the colony, we went into sandbox mode and flooded the colony with molten copper, and it ended in a massacre, shall we say? Let's bring in another duplicate, so we can bring in Marie, who's building ranching. Iron got trypophobia, so they won't do digging. I don't want that one. Oh, okay. I guess we're gonna take the non-digger. Non-digging's always a problem. They get themselves in the weirdest situation where you have to dig them out. I could take flatulence, but frankly, I hate dealing with the natural gas floating everywhere. It always messes with my crops and stuff. Unless you want to, like, take one of these people and build them into their own little room where they're just happy with their own little farts. And you can, like, trap the gas in that space and then contain it and make use of it. You could almost just have them in their own separate... ideas are generating. You can almost put them in their own separate little room and just have them run on the mouse wheel all the time. And then also pick up their farts, and they would just be nothing but a power-generating dupe. You've turned them into a battery, basically. I'm going to take Marie, though. And this could be Zach Rhino. Welcome to the colony, Zach. Take the plants, they'll give you enough decor to make a great haul straight away with a morale bonus. Yep. Could. Gotta figure out where I want to build things, too. Okay, we need a supercomputer. Let's grab that. Stations, supercomputer. Stick that over here. We'll spread the warmth out a bit. Not digging in an ugly crier. Can you imagine the ugly crier on a super frozen world? They break down into tears and then the tears freeze. Such cool. Oh, what's that? Such a cool dude. This is my first time catching you live. Hey, Fordor man. Welcome to the stream. Thank you for the compliment. Hoy there, New World, eh? Yeah, we decided to make a New World. Not because I had to, but just because we could. Thought it would be fun to play in the Rime world a bit. Let's plant these. Copy those settings across all this business. So we might pause at 6 duplicates for a little bit until we build up and dig down a little bit. I'm gonna need another row here for more duplicates. Yeah, you know what? Forget it. Let's just go for the gusto. We'll go right away. We'll build more farming. That'll support 2 more duplicates, so that'll get us to 8. I think 8 is where we're gonna pause for a bit. We can dig all this out. 1, 2, 3, 4. That'll be already 4 high. Do you name your people after your viewers? Yep, I usually pick people that are in the chat. I often reward people that have like do super chats and stuff just as a way of saying thank you, but it's not a requirement. But I do normally pick people that are in the chat. 50 degrees, that's t-shirt weather. Yeah, it's not as cold in here as I was expecting, to be honest. But I mean, they've got to give you enough to get established, because if you don't, like you would just be in a giant ice ball. Your water would all freeze. You wouldn't be able to make anything. You couldn't grow anything. It'd just be awful. Durga with a super chat. Colony needs a spicy poblani pepper dupe. All right. Spicy poblani pepper. Let's make it interesting. He could fail since he's never done this one. Yeah, this is a totally new one for me. Missing research station. Oh, it's because they haven't built it yet. I guess that would be a thing. Get rid of these little pop-ups. Yeah, I'm really curious to see what'll happen. Dupe name Icicle or Dupesicle. You lose that beginning heat quick. I guess so. I mean, I've already built things that are generating heat, so it is like you can see how it's already like we've got the central area is just hovering around the temperature we might like to keep it for a while. But the outer cold here is oppressive. It's minus 25 degrees and it's kind of all the way around us. Well, it's not as cool up here. This particular map also has a frozen core. So down, like way down here somewhere, I don't know where, but somewhere down here, there's a frozen core of like minus 245 degrees or something. So that'll make things interesting. Obviously, before we get on there, we're going to want to consider exosuits. If we ever go down there. I might want to go just explore, because I don't know whether we should expect to see anything down there or not. Okay, what's the temperature right here? We're in the negatives here. Food shortage. Got these crops growing quick. So the viable range of temperature for these plants is 10 degrees to 30 degrees. So we have to be a little bit cautious of the temperatures that are in here. But if we can get both of these oxygen diffusers running. The oxygen diffusers produce oxygen at like 30 degrees, I believe. Oops. Oxygen, 30 degrees Celsius. So that will offset that right next to our farming. You can find Mr. Freeze. Poor guy's down there. He's like so bored. No one ever visits. And minus 245. Sign me up. Harder to see the guys with the cold. It will be, yeah. I mean, there's other ways to do it. You can go to priority. And just look for the priority number in the middle of the rock. Not surprised. See, like there's one right there. Boom. So that's another way to find it on a map like this where it's really cold. I do find the temperature one is easier on a normal map, but because the more open spaces you get with plants growing in it, the more priority numbers you'll get out there. Peace out, Isidro. At least you don't have to worry about slime lung. Yeah, so there's no germs on this map. It's too cold. We don't necessarily have to worry about overheating. I guess it's possible, but it's not probable. Oh, colony lacks advanced research skills, so we're gonna have to go ahead and get into our duplicate skills. Oh, good, they've learned some things. You can have the digging, and I'm gonna give you the hard hat just for aesthetic value. Researching. Scott of the Dupe Arctic, we'll go put you on art, I think. Oh, kind of want the tidying focus, but I need to set up my priorities too. I haven't done that yet. And then Zach Rano, you can go on construction. Some of them I'm not going to give priorities just yet. I think I'm only going to give a couple of them priorities. Like I want I want you focused on research, for example. But the rest of them can share sort of the rest of the tasks. I'm not super worried about the priority of how those happen yet. This could be set for everything, but I don't want polluted dirt in here. So where's the organic? No polluted dirt, thank you very much. I also don't want any liquefiables in here. That'd be like ice and snow and what have you. And we should probably not put critter eggs in here either. So we'll take that as our settings. They sound so happy all the time. Do you need a governor dupe now to be friends with Mr. Freeze? The governor. He's cold. He's Mr. Freeze. You don't have to worry about getting enough yeah, no Weezewarts are not an issue either. Just leave the door open. I tell them dying kids to stop leaving the door open. They just don't listen. We're gonna try and surround this whole thing in a little shell of isolation, of insulation too. Give ourselves a little bit of buffer as soon as we get the research done for it anyway. New member, the Scrub. Thanks for clicking on the join button, the Scrub. Welcome to Team Green. Thank you so much for the support. Much appreciated. Be careful about the consumable ore being ticked, as when you discover bleach stone, it'll become automatically selected and fill your base with chlorine. Yeah, I've done that before too. The thing is, like, some of these things, like, where's the... So when you go to consumable ore, the only option here is... There we go. I guess we could just... Yeah, see, you can't really do anything about it right now, unless I don't want them to store the coal. I just kind of want them to put everything in here. We'll just have to remember to check it later, or deal with the fallout. Oh man, this map looks rough. Good luck, Cryptic. Thanks, Tychini. I think it's really just going to be about trying to do the opposite of what I normally do. You know, we normally try to manage temperatures, and instead we're going to go the opposite route and let the temperatures go wild. It'll be dupes gone wild in here. Is it possible to make the entire map the perfect temperature, or does certain areas always locked at specific degrees? Theoretically, you could. I don't think it's worth it. Really? I mean, it's a huge map. And the thing is, like, different biomes are naturally trend towards different temperatures. So if you go to a cold biome and you clear out all the ice that's in it and get everything out of it, it will still tend to trend colder than other areas around it. So you would have to actually intentionally heat it. That's just not worth it. Plus, you'd have to have, like, your colony would be, like, what, cycle 10,000 or something to get the whole thing cleared out. Yeah. Not late, guess I can hang around a bit more. Alright, well, thanks for staying. Building a spog with 5 terrarium, 1 coal generator, and a sieve should help with heat and power. Yeah. I mean, I don't think, like, so far heat's not really too much of an issue. It will get to be, because the cold will kind of press its way in, but for the moment, we're hovering in an okay place. Let's get these copy settings. I'm gonna put the storage all in insulation, so we can thermally isolate it. Hopefully, research is done. We have our insulated tile ready. What do I want to work on next? I mean, bathrooms are interesting, but the plumbing is likely to freeze on me, so I'm not really in a huge rush for that. Oh, you know what? Did I click on the right thing? Oh no, I got it. All right, never mind. What am I thinking? I don't really want hydroponic farm tiles just yet for the same reasons. Everything's cold, so refrigerator's not that big a deal. Brittaloo with the super chat. Been waiting for this map. Can I be a dupe? I'm ready to freeze. Thanks for the super chat, Brittaloo. Much appreciated. Yeah, we have a couple duplicates ahead of you, but we'll get you in here. Brute force refinement will produce some heat. Plus we get refined metals out of it. That'd be alright. Air systems that similarly will produce heat. Plus we can get some hydrogen. We can generate some power off of that. Let's see. Algae distiller. Oh, it was the algae distiller I was thinking of that produces polluted water. You know what? Maybe we'll go to the decor. We don't really need to be... I'm not really in a huge rush. I'm not going to take a massive number of duplicates this time around. I'm not going to try to min-max. I mean, not that I normally min-max. Usually I min-min. We'll see what happens. The bathrooms won't freeze. Dupes outlet toilet at body temperature, so it'll be around 30 degrees, even on Rime. Does it produce... Let me check the temperature of the water here. It should say... No, I don't have it unlocked. So it should be alright. Oh yeah, the minimum temperature on the sieve, I guess, would keep it even fine. What are the map modifiers? So I have a frozen core. it's geoactive. And we have small boulders and irregular oil. Speaking of freezing, tea time. Hey, what does tea time have to do with freezing? Is it funny when else the yellow alerts? The yellow alert looks like 11, so you're turning up to... Oh, yeah, I guess it kind of is. It's supposed to be double exclamation point, but it does kind of look like 11. Okay, I'm gonna need to get some composting going here. Otherwise, we're gonna have a bunch of stinkiness around. We don't really want that. Now, the compost will output dirt at 75 degrees Celsius, so go gadget hot stuff. We'll put that out here and let it just heat up this area. It's probably not going to do a lot to heat it because it's going to be, like, the mass of the dirt that it outputs is going to be small relative to the whole, so it's not going to do a lot, but... actually, I want this to be maybe a little farther out. I'm going to put a manual airlock here to seal it. Inside, I want to put a deodorizer, and then we'll do triple compost out here. Dig all this business out. It's going to drop some sand on me, but that's all right. And then we can seal this off, too. We can turn this into its own little room, so we'll get our little morale boost. Not that we necessarily need it yet. Sir Giorgio with a super chat. Hey, Cryptic, any tips starting a channel? Thanks. Thanks, Sir Giorgio. Appreciate the super chat. And the Scrub with another pop-up. That's really weird. I don't know why it popped up with 2 new member things, but thank you again for clicking the new member button. Oh, hold on. Let's pick a duplicate, and then we'll get to the tip thing. Duplicate skills. Nope. We want to choose a blueprint. Okay. This duplicate will be Den Higgy. So researcher, we already have one of those. We only have 2 of those, technically. Agriculture and construction's not bad. Squeamish, don't care about that. Germ resistant, now that's a completely wasted trait on this island. Caregiver, diver's lungs are pacifist. That one's pretty good, too. Let's go with May. Mays are always so good. Deniggy, thanks so much for the super chat. Let's get you in here. That's duplicate number 6. Oh, you know what? I meant to build them some beds to sleep in, and I kind of got distracted. I'm sure you're all very surprised by that, but I got distracted. I want storage to be priority 6 because I want them to tuck things away and get it away from the core area as much as possible. Beds will be good, yeah. Yeah. I mean, their stress is, like, non-existent, so I'm not super worried about it, but when they have the sword back, they do move a little more slowly, so I should give them something. We're at 0 kilocalories with the food, so these things need to grow soon. 88%. They just need it elsewhere. Alright, CD's Rock. Thanks for coming in. Diver's lungs are good. They really are. Been a member for a while, just upgraded. Hit the wrong button the first time. Oh, thanks, Scrub. Appreciate that. Thank you for the upgrade as well. I mean, I think if we don't go too crazy and we don't take too many duplicates this time, we get well stabilized, I think everything will work out fine-ish. Mostly. Let's start insulating. We have the insulation. Let's make use of it. Okay, on this side of things, temperatures are... They don't get really cold until, like, out here. I wish I could see when I have the tile selected. They get cold about here, so I'm gonna insulate out here. We'll try and cover in as much of the space as we can so that we can actually make use of it. Dig all that out, get it insulated. Do the same thing up here. We'll get insulated all the way up to here. And then I'm gonna need a like higher living quarters because we're gonna need 2 layers based on the number of duplicates we're gonna take. It's not gonna be a huge number of duplicates, but we want them to have enough room. Research. Let me see. Fossil fuels would be alright. Well, refinery. No, actually, you know what? I'm not really super worried about any of those things. Let's go to where's the metal refinery in here? Brute force refinement. Advanced blah, blah, blah. Air systems. Let's go for bathroom. I think I'm gonna go for the bathroom stuff. I'll give them a better place to go to the John. Nobody wants to sit on a stone cold frozen toilet. Take this how you will, but put the poor kid to sleep. What's this now? We started a new colony, just got here. Any close calls yet? Nope. Nothing. Brand new. Everything's going smoothly so far. These starting biomes that I've played like a million times aren't really that hard. And now the thing with this one is obviously it's cold, so we have different set of considerations. But I'm used to the types of supplies we get in it, the distribution of water, all that kind of stuff. So not too bad. I'm kind of tempted to dig this out a little bit farther and let the water here drain down to connect to this one to free up more space here and to sort of even out the bottom of the colony. I like having a place where the CO2 can kind of settle a little bit more evenly. And I don't have that right now. Quick tip that made the major difference for me. If you insulate, get the garbage outside of the important insulation areas so it's not cooling down what's inside. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm doing here. I've got it all tucked away down here for now. And I'm gonna thermally insulate this by putting an airlock here and then insulating it in. So like, I want this to be 4 high so it aligns with the rest of the building because that's just what I do. I only need 2 tiles to get through here, so I can put an insulation layer like right here. Starvation. Look at all these plants going. Oh, I guess their priority is filling up these things. Do we have a farmer yet? Dan Higgy. Construction, hard digging. All right, we'll give you digging, I guess. Let's maybe set the farming stuff to a little bit higher priority. Farm this out at a 7 so we go and get food when it's available. Please don't starve to death while you're filling up storage bins. That's just silly. Oh, nobody's running on the treadmill either. Darn those priorities. Not that they need the oxygen or anything. Food's a good thing. Oh, we don't need no food. Duplicants like starving. It's kind of like a hobby for them. Connect both water sources so we can contaminate both with pee. Yes. Excellent. I mean, the contamination really only matters if you're using it to make food. If you're not, then, yeah. What's a little pee in the water? What's a little pee between friends? I'm going to plan for secondary bedrooms up here right away. That'll let me get some thermal insulation in here, too. Up a little bit higher. This floor can go across here. I guess we could switch these out for airflow tiles. That'll make CO2 movement a little better and oxygen a little better. Give the thing a place to filter down. Need to dig out one more row above the toilet so they can build the roof. Oh yeah, they can't get up there. Thank you. Bloop. Not that they need the, they don't need the morale right now, but doesn't hurt. Once they get everything tidied up here, I'm going to lower the priority on the storage bins. They don't really need to run on the treadmill now for oxygen, but eventually they will. Do you split the dupes into 2 shifts already? Nope, that's not a bad idea. We could do that. Add a new schedule. Let's do, oops. Downtime. Nope. That's not what I want. I want downtime back here. Let's give them triple downtime. And then this one will be bath time. Not because we have to, but just because we're nice. Or we can pretend to be. Also helps if I put somebody on that schedule. I want my researchers to stay on probably the same schedule. So who are the 2 people that I had doing that? J-Dog and who else had some small amount of skill in it? 0. Skill 1. Doopy McDoopface had some. Doopy McDoopface. Alright. So we'll keep J-Dog and Doopy McDoopface on the same schedule. We'll put Dan on schedule 2, Zach on schedule 2, and sure, Scott can go there too, I guess. Doesn't really matter. Made it. Woohoo. Hey, Luna. How you doing? Look out. Cryptic's getting crazy. Crazy? Man, that must be really boring if that's crazy. Don't answer that. Okay. In the interest of mobility, I'm going to put ladders right down here. It's going to start looking like Donkey Kong in here. We'll peel all this off of here. This little block of oxalite's going to be in my way. Darn you, oxalite. Darn you. That's going to break. Cancel that. Food shortage. All right, they got some food in. Oh, look at that. We got an egg. Can't cook it, but we have an egg. More of a night owl person anyway, so that suits you well. Okay, good. Intermittent fasting is supposed to be good for you. I've heard that, yeah. I mean, different definitions of what intermittent is. I've heard that you can act like going days without eating is sometimes good for you, but depending on who you talk to. Some will say no, some will say yes. Some will say you just need to jazzercise. Or prancercise was my favorite. I feel like it's going so slowly right now. I got used to like the hectic nature of having 17 dupes around and everything falling apart constantly. This is like a relaxing game now. Man, this world looks so cool. Was that a pun? Need food to live, so I'm going to say no fasting. Oh, all right. They can fast a little bit. I mean, intermittent fasting's all right. You know, if they don't eat from one time frame to another. Let's... I kind of want to focus on sweeping this stuff before they get to the stuff that's down lower. Same thing with this one. Let's get this clean out of the bedroom space. We can start to give them a place to sleep. Temperatures are getting chilly because I'm not running the heat producing mechanisms. I'm gonna need to get an operator, a duplicate that focuses on that. The game is young. It really is. Yeah, it'll get more stressful as the cold presses in on me. Because inexorably, that cold that's out there is gradually pressing in. It's like being deep sea in a submarine sinking. At some point, everything's just gonna get crushed. Zero food. This might be a short-lived colony. Maybe. Or a little low on food. Just a little bit. Let's go ahead and we'll, for the short term, we'll put in a microbe musher down here. Hate using this thing, but until we get a little bit more farmland placed here, that'd be good. Yeah, alright, they're mostly tied up. Let's set these back to a 5. They can clean up on their own stuff now. Oh no, the musher! Yeah, we're just gonna have we're gonna use the musher as a small bridge until we find more seeds. We don't have enough seeds to actually support everybody. Another duplicate! Bring them on. Alright, we have researching, supplying, decorating, and building. Building, ranching, decorating. I'm thinking like... I was hoping operating would be one here, but that's alright. I guess we can go with decorating and building, maybe? Although if we get this one, we can get 3 positive traits on the Mima. Gourmet, increased cuisine, decreased food morale, mouth breather, air consumption rate's a little higher. This is maybe not the best. Flatulence, no thank you. Yep, Ellie's going to be the one we're going to take. Just by process of elimination, I don't want to deal with all these. So this is going to be the Poblani pepper. Poblani pepper. All 3 negative traits are bad. I mean, they're not horrendous. They're not unmanageable. They're just not ideal, per se. We got someone running on that treadmill. We were fine not to produce oxygen for a little while, but there just comes a point where we've got to be running things. Even if it's only a little bits at a time. Nope, nope, nope. Process of elimination there, yeah. Pretty much. Take ranching so you can raise food. Yeah, eventually. You can still raise... I mean, well, somebody's got to have the skill to be able to do the grooming, I guess, but... I got to get a bed made for them. They would break these ladders down that I built just to finish the roof off. That would be good. Furniture, cots. How many can I fit in here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 beds will fit in there perfectly. 5 beds, 2 floors, 10 dupes. Perfect. We're gonna stop at 10. Mouth breather means somebody generating power. Or something. A bunch of flatulent dupes in a room and a hamster wheel producing their gas from a methane generator. Yeah, I actually mentioned that when we were taking our starting... Some of our starting dupes, you could take the flatulent duplicate and cram them into a little room. I generally tend not to do that, but you could do it. There's certainly some merit involved in that. I was playing a game called My Summer Car, and I finally finished assembling the car from the parts and shell, finished tuning the carburetor, and that's when the head gasket failed. Not my day. I actually meant to play that game a long time ago when I started playing Car Mechanic Simulator. And then I just didn't, and it's not something I've ever gotten to. It's supposed to be a fun game, though. We're gonna stop at 10 for now. That's right, Rolf and Mage. I have a hard time stopping. Oxygen not included, food not included, heat not included. Yeah, there should be sleet weed here somewhere, but we actually have to have a frozen biome in order to get it. It only grows in the cold biomes. Even though everything here is cold, we actually need like the whole icy place for it to work. So without that, I mean, theoretically we could get the seeds also in the printing pod, but it's totally worth it if you can keep with it. It's incredibly rewarding. Yeah, I mean, I'm not like a super car fanatic, so I'm certainly have to muddle my way through the whole building process and stuff. But I mean, it does seem like a neat game. I really should try it out. Like, I keep saying that, but there's so many games that come out now. Like, if you look at Steam, I think they actually have a chart that shows how many games have shown up on Steam in the course of the last year, and it's like, it's thousands. It's crazy. It's just ludicrous. Let's see. I don't even know what I want to take now. I guess we could go into decontamination so I can get the deodorizer. Ironically, I could use HVAC to cool things to produce heat from this, but I'm not going to do that. That'd be kind of a waste. I guess if we went with the water sieve, we could build a bathroom early on. That'd be alright. I need a water pump and stuff anyway. We got that. Insulated pipings. Alright, we'll go this way. We'll go through the plumbing stuff. We'll build a proper bathroom early on today. It's nicknamed the Finnish Patient Simulator. Oh, is it really? My Summer Car is not family friendly? Oh, okay. I haven't really watched a lot of it. Is there like a lot of swearing and stuff in it? There's a frozen biome variant on Rime with CO2 lakes. Hexalent is the new food that's available in the forest biome. So they originally called it like forest muckroot or something, and they changed it. They made it into this Hexalent stuff. Deodorizers, perhaps. Yeah, I'm working on researching that now. We don't have access to them just yet, but when they finish the research, we'll do that. We'll put deodorizer in the bathroom, and I want to have one just outside the door here, so for this stuff here that we start to compost, it will do some good work. Look how cold that is. Hope it doesn't get so cold these plants stop growing, or we're in real trouble. 13 degrees, it's like, that's chilly. It's not that far off, really. Some swears in Finnish, translating captions, plus beer and other stuff. Oh, yeah. If I like Kerbal, Factoria, and Oni, what's another good game for me to look at? Satisfactory is a good one. It's like a 3D version of Factorio. That's a good game. Dwarf Fortress, I think, actually was is like a precursor to a lot of these things. RimWorld. Might have to take. Oh yeah, Keep forgetting I was gonna make mush bars. That's what happens when I play. Oh, I said that forever. That's what happens when I start playing on a stream. I always get distracted. Too busy reading the chat and stuff. Let's try to keep the comments family friendly there, Douglas. Research room heaters. We already have those researched, but I don't want to spend. I don't really want to spend the energy on them. We don't necessarily need it. We're producing oxygen at 30 degrees Celsius. We're running machines that are producing heat, so we're getting some heat production in the core of the colony. When we get things isolated, that will help also. Once we get there, oh, we can actually build our beds now, and they finally got all this stuff cleared out. I guess we can go do some decor in there also. Actually, the sculpting blocks are gonna be really cold, so I probably don't want to do that. What's the temperature of that granite, I wonder? Oh, we don't have granite, it's just sandstone. What do we have seed-wise? Blossom seeds will grow in there. That'll work. So let's do that. We'll do hanging pots with blossom seeds in it. That didn't work out spacing-wise. We'll just do this. There we go. Then I'm gonna put the statues underneath it. What do I care? It'll warm up. We're not made of granite or anything, but I actually, you know what? I don't, do we even have anyone who's set up as an artist? Improve carrying. Where's our art? Oh yeah, so we do have an artist, so that's alright. Set you on field research. Doobie McDoofface, we'll get you started on the research chain. Also, Poblani Pepper can go into +2 creativity. I'll put you in construction, I guess, for now. There we go. Build Helm's Deep and then eat. I mean, have your enemies over for dinner. Yeah, Rimworld's really good. I played a little bit of that. It's also a really complex game. There's a lot involved. Bristle Blossom needs light, and you don't want light in the bedrooms. Since when does the Bristle Blossom need light? Oh, it's not the Bristle Blossom I was thinking of. It's the Briar Seeds I was thinking of. I only have one. But there's more up here. We'll get more. We'll find more as we dig around. Lighted bedroom's a good idea for productivity. Yeah, but if they're sleeping in there, it keeps them awake now. They don't they don't sleep very well, and then they're tired, and then they don't want to go and do their thing. The duplicates actually work more effectively when it's lit now. They get a little buff. So if they're working in a place that's lit up, they get a little more productive. Yeah, I just misspoke. I didn't mean the Bristle Blossom. I meant the Briar Seeds. Go for a spawn early in these cold biomes. Yeah, as long as I have a good source of water. I mean, there's a decent amount of water here. That's not too bad. But again, I have so much algae here even. Like, the oxygen diffuser is doing pretty well because they're pumping out 30 degrees Celsius oxygen. If I don't go too crazy with my duplicate selection, then it might be alright. No power. As the water cools and freezes, the mealwood will wilt. Just saying. It's only a hamster wheel and a battery and a heater. I'd recommend one for the water, too. Yeah, eventually. Eventually. Hope the floodgate will let the water flow. Like watching that part. I gotta wait till they break through here first. The nice part is when we let this flow down here, we'll be able to let more CO2 settle at the bottom. Rime seems to have so much algae. It went to like cycle 150 before using electrolyzers. Yeah, I could see that. I mean, there is quite a bit here. I mean, in fairness, I mean, we're using it as a heating mechanism also right now. So I guess you probably want to have enough to start with to make sure you're not super handicapped. Planning on digging up the muckroot and mealwood at the bottom cave. Yeah, once we get down there. It's like, well, there's. Are you talking about down here? Or are you talking about just this one right here? Because there's a little bit here. Tiny bit there. We've got some up here. Once I get up there, I can dig that out. It's a bunch of CO2 up here, though, too. 1,700 grams worth of it. which I'm not as thrilled about. So we have 7 duplicants and 5 beds, but it's showing one of them is not occupied. I guess they haven't, it wasn't there during a sleep cycle, I guess. Alright, let's plan for another layer of bedrooms up here. This one's gonna be rough because they're gonna get a whole big burst of CO2 dropping in here. We're gonna go like this. Just let it drop straight down. It's like water is moving, so technically it's heating up. Or, well, yeah, it's not really heating up, but it's... You're just not allowing it to form crystalline structures, I guess. That's the only reason, like in the slushy machines or whatever. That's the only reason they don't freeze solid is it just keeps moving it. Got a skill point to burn. Oh, do we? Oh, we got 2 of them. Alright, you can be an aesthetic decorator. Improve construction 2. Excellent's a lot of food. Yeah, I forget how many kilocalories they are. Doesn't show on here. Probably wouldn't if I looked it up in the book, but it's alright. We can go get it later when we need it. Swamps are around -10, so no slime lung. Yeah, this whole asteroid is going to be slime lung free, which is nice. Not that slime lung is that hard to deal with, but it's nice not to have to even worry about it. Just like no thinking involved. It's exactly how I like to work. Brainless. Or duplicates. This will be duplicate number 8. Ranching and tidying, supplying, ranching, operating, farming, and suit wearing. Ooh. Can't dig, can't cook, increased air consumption. I'm kind of liking supplying, ranching, operating. Plus 30% machine operating speed. Let's go with a Bert. Can't go wrong with a Bert. This will be Brittleloo. Thanks very much, Brittleloo. Appreciate the super chat. Welcome to the colony. Farming's good. They get more seeds on harvest. You're right, they do. Or a higher, like an increased chance of it anyway, yeah. Was it like a 30% boost or something they get? Or it's, I guess it's relative to their farming skill, but... Okay, priority-wise, who do we have? Do we have anybody with any farming skill? No. Not so much. No farmers. No farmers yet, anyway. Decorating. Let's put you on high priority for decorating. We're not exactly flush with briar seeds, but we'll make do. Slogging is much less lethal than it used to be. Yeah, it's really not as much of a pain anymore. Now it's just a minor inconvenience. The biggest thing I find when they get slime lung is they run more slowly, so there's a greater propensity for them to suffocate because they can't get away from the area where they can't breathe. Oh, did I not name them? I thought I did. Hold on here. Still Snow, J-Dog, Scott, Doobie-Doop, Zach, Dan Higgy, Poblani, and Brittleloo. They're all named. Oh, I didn't give a skill to Brittleloo. There we go. Put you on farming. Brittleloo. Farming. Actually, we'll just put these both at, like, single up arrow. I wonder on operating, too. Is that bonus operating speed? Always put storage in one spot. Would it be more efficient to dot them around so when the colony gets bigger, more chance to have stuff stored closer, or no? Yeah, theoretically. But the thing I find is more often than not, they're not building in the colony after a while. They're building and digging other places. So I don't know. The reason I'm uh-oh. Little hiccup with YouTube. Hopefully that sorts itself out. Please, oh please, don't die on me, YouTubes. I think I missed selecting the seed, too. Oh, I did. Plant. I mean, we only have one anyway, so it's not really that big a deal, but... You can put the secondary storage located on the opposite side. Yeah, we could put another one over here. There's a couple of options that way. I'm not super worried about it. Seems okay now. Yeah, so actually the one nice benefit of using OBS over Elgato is, with the Elgato, as soon as I push the stream now button, it kicks the stream off live on YouTube, and if for any reason the feed gets interrupted, it ends the stream, and that's what I was running into. The software would freeze up, the stream would end, and then I'd have to reset it all. OBS just keeps going. I actually have to click in 2 places to turn it off. I have to turn it off in OBS and also in YouTube. So funny enough, when we get those little interruptions now, it doesn't kill the stream on me, so we can continue on with the same one, which is kind of a nice thing. I'm kind of glad I switched over to OBS. I kept using Elgato for the longest time just out of convenience because I was used to it, but more and more I use OBS, the more I like it. Why is everything blurry? Probably because maybe when it reset, it's the resolution's not good. Check your setting. Came back at 240, all blurry. Ugh. Getting hiccups. Oh, that's not good. Please, no YouTube. Oh yeah, I can see the spike up in people that are watching it at low settings. 480p cranked way up. When you get those interruptions now. Another hiccup in stream. Oh man. Alright, well hopefully it'll smooth out. I mean, I push a pretty high bit rate, so normally I don't have too many problems that way. Unless the software itself freezes up. I push like 9 kilobits per second. Which should be plenty, but hopefully we won't have too many more of those problems. That's super annoying. I hate that. Yay for technologies. I'm gonna put insulated tile all across the roof here. Oh, you know what? They can't build in here if I don't dig it out, can they? What do you mean you want room to dig in here? Get out of here. Time to close all the tabs you have open in the background. I don't have that many open. I just have like, I don't know, maybe 5, something like that. I need a few things open though, because I keep the chat open and I keep the dashboard open for the stream, so I can see who's like how many people are concurrent or watching, if there's any problem with the stream feed, all that stuff. Time to move to mobile so you can play Rime and watch at the same time. Nice. I mean, we're not progressing at a really accelerated rate here or anything. This is going relatively slowly, but so far so good. It's still cold, but so far so good. I think I'm gonna plan to like, I'm gonna make this a boxy colony for now. -1. Yeah, it's gonna be a little chilly up here, but we'll so I think what I want to do, and I can change this later, obviously, but initially I'm going to put my insulation layer in here. This will be the oops, brilliant. The starting size of our colony, effectively, and then as we work outwards, I'll work on. No, that was weird. I get it didn't. Is this got anything in it? Let's deconstruct this one. It's not conforming to my standard. Now, I'll definitely have to move outside of this confinement, but this at least give me a starting area. Dig up that oxalate even. There we go. This will be like the first time I've completely surrounded a base in insulation. Pitcher bomb's getting buried. Oh yeah, they don't have access to that. A little bit of sand. It's just a little sand. Oh, I can't actually do this. I need to cancel this. Cancel that. I'm going to cancel this through the middle of here, and then they can use this as the walkway to do all this roofing. And then same thing here. Cancel all that, dig all this. That way I don't have to build anything fancy to get them to do the roofing. Oh, they do need a little stepping ladder there. Only dig 3 high at the top so they can build the roof. No, that's okay. We'll get it this way. We'll get the whole roof across there. Thermoregulars, warning. Frozen air imminent. Please wear warm clothes and stay warm at all costs. Our poor duplicants. I wish we could give them like long johns or something. I mean, we can give them a sweater once we get to the point where we can actually get some fiber, but I don't know what point that will be at because we'll have to get to a swamp biome so we can get some thistlereed, or we'll have to find some Drecos and make use of them. Toilet's out of water. No! Somebody empty it quickly. What's the temperature over here? Yeah, see, this stuff comes out. It's supposed to come out at like 75 degrees, but it's not really doing anything to warm stuff out here. It's too cold. It's above 0 at least. Well, most of it. I wanted to put in some air deodorizers, and I completely forgot about that. Oh, I haven't got it researched yet. I thought I already did the research for that. What's going on here? Oh, I didn't. I didn't get decontamination yet. All right. We'll get to that. We'll do it next. Warm spoilers are not worth the reed fiber, to be honest. Better to save the paintings and exosuits. I guess. I mean, the paintings aren't necessarily that worth it anymore either, because there's so many other art options now. Who broke the toilet? His name was Al Bundy. Bamboosh, peg. Bamboosh. Reed fiber needs some cozy temperatures, if I remember correctly. Yeah, because normally you want to grow it in a swamp biome. So that would be probably accurate. Oh, they got some of this done. I should actually, let's take this out here. I kind of want to extend this ladder down a little farther now that that's open. We can peel off another layer here. How's our air? What a spotty mess for our air right now. Part of it is because there was like high concentrations of CO2 up here, but this needs to be blocked. At least when you make your oxygen production, you will warm yourself up. Yeah, that's one of the nice things about this asteroid actually, is that producing things like oxygen, you don't have to worry about cooling it. You actually want the temperatures. Somebody good. So when we make our self-powered oxygen machine, it will actually help to heat things up at the same time as it's producing air for us. Need a step ladder at the top, right? Oh, I do. You're right. I think there was there sand there that dropped, or I just wasn't paying attention? Really could have been either. They're such industrious little folks. It's so cool. So not used to seeing that. I got so used to seeing everything in this hot temperature range in the Aridio asteroid that this looks so weird for everything to be blue now. It's so wrong. Oh, another one. Choose blueprint. This can be the scrub. Let's see. We have cooking +7, suit wearing and cooking, building, ranching, and suit wearing. Man, they really like that suit wearing business. Yokel can't do research. That's not really a problem. Germ resistant. That's of no use. Decrease germ resistance. Food morale bonus. Should we take a chef? I guess we'll take a chef. Abe can be the chef. This can be the scrub. Thank you again for joining the membership, scrub. Much appreciated. Maybe you should do early hatch farming. Incubators can warm your base. Yeah, there's that too. I mean, there's lots of things. So, in terms of heat, it's really not that hard to generate warmth. Anything that consumes power, generates power, or stores power is going to make heat. Suit wearing's cool. The chef with no taste is going to be great. He likes everything he makes. It's probably nobody else does. It'll be like the people on Kitchen Nightmares. No deaths so far. Everything's smooth sailing so far. Sort of. They have oxygen. It's a little spotty right now because we cut into some CO2 up here, so things are a little messy CO2 wise, but it'll settle itself down and sort it out as we get the rest of this done, and then things will be better. Hey, for the Bahamas, how are you making out tonight? Alex, I should be asking how you're making out tonight. You had a lot to deal with this weekend if you're in the Bahamas. Hope everyone there is safe. I know they had some real problems in the northwest side of the Bahamas there with Hurricane Dorian. Crazy. Warning, bad gas nearby base and imminent. Construct LGD oxidizers to keep base safe from base at all costs. Base safe from base at all? What? To quote one of my favorite movies, the saint I thought we would drink some vodka to keep warm. Yeah. Oh, the movie Saint. The Saint, that's right. Meat cooking's probably not the best idea. Sorry, the scrub, but you've already got the job. Just think of it like the military. You can cook how, you know, the classic military does in the movies anyway. I mean, I've actually been at some military bases where the food was great, so I can't say that's a standard, but... there we go. When I was in Air Cadets, long time ago, it seems like eons ago, I did one summer camp at a base called Trenton here in Ontario, and they had a reputation for having like the worst camp food for the cadet summer camps. And at one point we had gone up and gotten our food, and the dessert that came with it was chocolate pudding, but it was kind of purple colored. And it looked wrong, like the consistency. So the guy that was sitting next to me like scooped some of the pudding out of his bowl onto his tray, put his bowl down on top of it, and then picked the whole tray up with it. Just like lifting it by the bowl. We chose not to eat that. Had no power on our island for a bit and some flooding, but nothing as bad as Albuquerque and Bahama. Well, I'm glad you're safe and you're not in that rough area. I mean, they had some serious storm surge. It was like 25 feet or something. That's crazy. Considering the islands themselves are only like a few feet above sea level or something. That's nutty. Good luck with this asteroid. Don't chill too much, okay? I'll try not, Matthias. Try not to. I mean, we're already pretty chilly, but it's not too bad. It's not at the point where they're getting hypothermia yet. It's still above 0, so that's okay. When it gets really cold is when it's going to be a problem. Food shortage. I still haven't gotten around to finish building their bedrooms yet. I'm trying to insulate first. I feel like insulation is better. I think I'm going to do something I don't normally do in this colony too. I'm going to put back walls in. I'm going to put in drywall in the back. Just for fun. I might want to try to heat up the materials before I do it though. So what I'm thinking is if I can find something that generates heat and then dump the materials that I want to make the drywall out of there to let them warm up, and then I could build the drywall out of it on the background, and then that will like heat up my whole base. You need chili to warm up your chili. Cold generators should warm you up, right? Well, there's all kinds of stuff that produces heat. Like realistically, I could dot my base with batteries. They generate a little bit of warmth. You can see they're not heating up a lot, but they're enough to keep the temperature around it hovering in the 14-degree mark. Granted, they're both also above this, so it could be in a factor there, but you know, like what's this now? I don't know about the army, but naval food isn't that great. Speaking from experience, I think it depends on where you are. If you get the chance to eat in the officer's mess, it's always going to be better than the enlisted person's mess. But don't have allergies or anything usually. So this whole new field of what's going on. But you don't have allergies, and yet you're having allergies. That's a little strange. Oh, I see. It's somebody at work that's bugging you. I get it. Love the way drywall looks in this game. I wish there was more of a reason to use it. Yeah, I kind of wish it added more of a decor effect. You can use it anywhere. Like, you don't necessarily have to use it for a purpose, but it does look cool. I kind of wish they also had different patterns and stuff you could get for it, so it would be almost like putting up like duplicate wallpaper or something. Especially if some of the pattern choices were super tacky. That would be amazing. What do I want next? I don't even know. Go to power regulation, maybe. doesn't really matter what I grab. I'm not really using a lot of power right now, so I'm not necessarily needing to generate a lot of power. Go to brute force refinement, maybe. It wouldn't hurt to start refining some copper. That'll generate some heat, too. HVAC would be good. We can get some thermo sensors and stuff. Art. Yeah, whatever. We'll work on brute force refinement. We'll go from there. It's a cool wallpaper mod that allows you to do that. Oh, is there? I should check that out. I normally don't play with mods. I really probably should. Speak for yourself. The food on subs is pretty good. Is it? So, CrypticFox, was the food on the sub the enlisted people ate the same food that the officers ate? Because my experience in the past has been, and granted, I didn't serve. For me, it was just the cadets, and then when I was visiting my brother. But my experience was always that if the food that the enlisted people were eating was the same as the officers, it was going to be good quality, and if it wasn't, that it usually wasn't. But again, that's I don't want to. I probably shouldn't overgeneralize because I'm sure there's some that's really good, but needs more fire poles. Yeah, I guess we could use it more, couldn't we? Since we don't have any. Some's always superior to none. $500 viewers. That's like a medium theater watching you play. Yeah, it's a decent sized stream. This tends to be pretty average for Oxygen Unincluded. I find it tends to average between 400 and 500. That's not bad. We had some huge streams last week with Ancestors. I think the biggest stream got to over 1,500. We have the tackiest smiley flower 1960s wallpaper in one closet. That's nice. I love tacky wallpaper. Not in my own home necessarily, but I like it as a funny thing. I should check them out. I really should. I mean, I think it was Scott that linked a number of mods for me in the Discord that I'm going to try and check out. Stuff like gas overlays and things. I tend to like the mods that don't change the gameplay too much, because I don't want to alter my game experience to any great degree that way. I know it's like some mods that I find they make things easier for you, and I don't want that. But some of the cosmetic mods, I'd be good with that. Like wallpaper. That'd be awesome. If you have like different choices of wallpaper too, that's even better. Like build out of different materials and get a different pattern. Down for that. Air systems. Let's go to where's that ventilation stuff I wanted? Yeah, we'll go down here. Get this thing. There is indeed a mod for colored wallpaper. Nice. Is it just colored, or is it actually, does it have a pattern to it? I like your Ancestors playthrough, but your Oni content's my favorite. Thanks, Robert. Glad you enjoy them both. I love this game. I've been playing it for so long. Years. I feel like I've always had it. It's crazy. It's nice to jump into something different that's like Ancestors have been having a lot of fun with, I think, because it's a completely different game. And it's completely open, so I can do whatever I want. It doesn't hurt that people like it also, because that gives me more incentive to play it, which is great. I think it's just different colored. Oh, I see. Wallpaper mod changes the color based on the materials it's made of, plus it hides the wires, pipes, etc. Oh, good. Just colors. Oh, I really wish it had patterns. Somebody's got to make a mod where the wallpaper has patterns. I don't need this in here now. We can dig this one out. You are the gold. I'm surprised actually that's one of the things they didn't build in as a core part of the game, is having that kind of like the back wall patterning and stuff that you can do for your duplicates. Because they have all these other things you can do for decor. Like being able to put up wallpaper that has some decor impact would be neat. I'm very surprised they didn't do that. I was also surprised they didn't make a kitchen workspace. One of your dupes is sick. Food poisoning. Poblani Pepper got food poisoning. How'd you manage that? Somebody didn't wash their hands. Oh, you know what it is? I only have 2 sinks here. Because this actually is connected. Oh, the airborne germs. What the? How do we have airborne food poisoning germs in here? That doesn't normally happen. All right, anyway. Because we have the compost in here, we can get... Normally, you would only find like 2 duplicates of going to use the bathroom, so 2 can use the sink on the way out, but there could be a third one that comes in to put the compost in, and then the sink's not available when somebody's leaving, and... Someone needs to make an anti-gravity mod. It's the same game, but dupes walk on ceilings, water flows upward. Oh my gosh, that'd be crazy. That actually would be funny. That would be really confusing to try to play. I kind of like that idea. All right, I think this is going to be the last duplicate we're going to take for tonight. Who wants to join the call? Oh, it was Sir Giorgio. Actually, we have a super chat there. We can bring Sir Giorgio in. Operating machinery seems like a good option. Cooking, farming, tidying. We already have some farmers and stuff. Let's take an operator. This will be Sir Giorgio. Welcome to the colony. Thank you for the super chat. It's the PO2 off-gassing for the wash basin bottles. Yeah, I've just never noticed actually airborne food poisoning germs. I mean, not that breathing it in is going to cause a problem anyway. It doesn't really matter. They only get food poisoning when it comes down to handling surfaces, and in particular when they're eating. It's just funny to see the food poisoning hanging out. I guess I should get a bottle emptier going for that stuff. I wish there was a better way to handle that. Well, I mean, the better way, I guess, would be to build a bathroom, but we can do that too. Let's start setting up a plumbed bathroom so I don't have to deal with the polluted water at all. I intended to do it early anyway, so we might as well do it now. Let's get our refinement in here. We have water sieve. We'll put it down bottom. We'll warm up things down here. Whoa, what happened? Oh, the toilets were out of duty, and someone did their duty. Oh, man. Thank goodness this was still sealed. We hadn't cracked open the water yet. Oh, it's all down here. Man, when they let it go, they really let it go. I can't get that cleaned out of there now, though. Don't forget to set up jobs instead for the dupes. Oh yeah, I'm gonna do that too. Not that I'm super worried about it. Grilling and cooking. So Giorgio, you can do improved tinkering. Let's do still snow. We can set you up for super hard digging. J-Dog's ready to go all the way up to astronomy for research. Doopy McDoopface. Dan Higgy can go to super hard digging. Poblani. There we go. For the most part, I'm leaving the priorities relatively alone. I've kind of arrived at that place where I think I prefer that I don't go crazy with the priorities, because they tend not to do the things that I want them to do then. They're too busy focused on just doing one activity. And I mostly want them to do a variety of things. So stuff like research, I want them to focus on. Decorating for those people that have that kind of specialty. But the others like digging and stuff, they're going to do it as a priority anyway. More research. Let's get this, I guess. Oh my gosh, we're going to have to see if we can find enough stuff to make espresso. Duplicates must have cappuccino. It's a duplicate requirement. Oh yeah, that's a good idea. We could do the floor tile. I was hoping if I dug this out, the pea water would flow in there, but it didn't so much. Okay, we should have our deodorizer. That's good. Let's put one of these in here. One in there. Try to put some decor in our bathrooms so our duplicants don't feel so bad about doing their duty. Their solemn duties. Still don't have granite though. That kind of sucks. Pinch peppers are going to be tough too. They want a warm environment. They do, but I mean, we can certainly set up a warm environment for them. It'll just be a case of actually having to go through the legwork of doing it. It's not really that big a deal. Like I said, there are plenty of options in here to generate heat. It's just and particularly something like for the pinch of pepper nuts, You want concentrated heat, so you can just go wild with it a little bit. You planning to keep colony going to win condition? I don't know. I'm a chronic colony restarter. Our last colony that we on the Aridio asteroid is still around, but it's at like cycle 285 or something. And I was like, I want to try out the Rime Asteroids. That's what we're doing tonight, but yeah, I'm chronic. Can't help myself. I need to swap out tiles here too. This is like a super symmetrical base this time. Oh, hold up. I want to cancel this build job here. I want to make sure I can reach that corner to build it. Which life support and toggle jobs lit up purple for the athletic skill? Yeah. Apparently dupes are bags of pee just waiting to be released. That's pretty accurate, actually. If you don't give them a place to go, they're going to find their own place, and usually where you don't want it to be. Okay, I think we're just about ready to start draining some water here, too. Actually, I don't think I'm going to go down this low. I want to keep it fairly similar to what I have on this side. Get to work, little minions. We can put furniture up here now because we have the roof all finished. There we go. Sculpting blocks. We can swap these out for granite ones, I guess, later if we really want to. Dynamic boy, haven't been here in like a year. It's been a while, huh? Welcome back. Squirrel, toilet plumbing. Oh yeah, sorry. I told you, I'm easily distracted. Should not be new. Oh, my only concern actually is I'm not generating much power right now. I don't know if I want to do that yet. I haven't established my power generation. When I do, it will be fine. Until then, I'm a little reluctant now that I think about it. Let's go like this. I'm going to build airlock out here. It's going to wind up turning into a water lock when that stuff melts. Oh look, some of the stuff that was melted here already is frozen now. Where do I want to set up my power production? I mean, normally I would do it like down the bottom or up one side, but surprised when I clicked on here and it said it was a moderator. You were a moderator or something. It doesn't look like it, Dynamic Boy. Doesn't look like you're a mod. Normally your name would be in blue if you were a mod. It'd be worth expanding the farm now too if you got more seeds. Yes, I definitely want to. So part of the idea is to shift the water down here to free up space. I could do another layer of farming in here, which would be good. Because right now, so each one of these segments is basically enough to support a duplicate. So we have enough for 8 duplicates here, but we have 10 in the colony now. So we already know we're not producing enough food to support them, which means we're going to end up relying on the microbe mushroom more than I want to. So we definitely need to solve for that. This is the first YouTube autoplay just threw me into a live stream. Oh, really? That's different, Kevin. Welcome to the live stream, I guess. So, like, somebody else's video ended and it just kicked you into this one? Or were you watching a live stream and it kicked you into a different live stream? I've never heard of that happening before. I've had it happen with like sending you to another video for the autoplay, but never for the live stream. Why not plant hydroponic tile and feed slightly warm water to keep the base neutral temp? Yeah, I mean, that's not a bad idea. Just watching some random vids in the background. Oh, really? That's funny. Like I said, I don't think I've ever seen that happen with a live stream. That's funny. All right, so up here, what have we got? I guess we go into power, advanced power regulation. That'll give me access to things like heavy watt wire and stuff I'm going to want. We already have our coal generator, which is probably what I'll use initially. Eventually, I want to set up a scrubber so we can get rid of some CO2. It's not really a panic issue right now. We're just letting it all filter down towards the bottom, but eventually I want to clean it up. The gas distribution in here is not very good. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. Let's put some venting right above here. Maybe that'll help a little bit. Needs more fire pole. I don't disagree. Except I don't have it unlocked yet. Okay, so we'll have to research the fire pole and get it unlocked. So we can move around a little more quickly. Mealwood's getting colder. 13 degrees. Yeah, it's hovering around that point, right? It's really impressive how cold this is actually. I mean, it's reasonable temperature in here, but the lower level mealwood is the stuff I'm getting concerned with. Never let you forget all the orphan zombies abandoned because of your bigotry against we are billions. They are billions. No, we are billions. Can you find spice? Nope. Just random spice or what? Might be a tad chilies for trees. Yeah, I mean, we have a forest biome down here. What's the temperature requirement for these things? I actually don't know. Hold on. Let's look up arbor trees. I can't remember what they need temperature-wise. Arbor tree, 15 to 40, so not too bad, but we are at that point where it's kind of a little below that. I'm going to go ahead and just pick a supply this snazzy suit. Boom. Who's going to wear the snazzy suit? Let's see. Let's give it to Brittleloo, the farmer with the snazzy suit, because I just like the juxtaposition. He who controls the ice controls the universe. Just stick the coal on the mealwood, power and soot-covered food. There's nothing better than wriggling worms covered in soot. It's actually, there's a Martha Stewart recipe for that. Pretty sure she designed it when she was in jail. I'm surprised this wall here isn't broken. Okay, let's break this out here. I want the water to flow down. We'll let it drain into this lower basin, keep it all together. That will free up... Oh, again with the toilets. Hold on. You know what? I haven't been paying attention to schedules. We got most of the duplicates on one schedule. So let's move our chef down to this schedule. We've got a digger up there. I'm going to try and keep them relatively evenly set up. So we'll put Sir Giorgio down here too. There we go. Maybe they'll be less inclined to pee on my stuff if I properly set. Okay, now I can't break this because I need to. I need to clean up the mess first. Clean up on L6. I kind of wish you could just store the bottles and put them down here where we're gonna flood the water, and then I wouldn't have to worry about them off-gassing. All right, firebolt. Cancel the breaking of the waters. Yeah, we got that. We don't want it to we don't want them blending together. I mean, the only thing that's going to cause problems with this micro musher anyway. But in the interest of cleanliness, we'll try to avoid having our duplicants play with the pea water. You have to get some zombies together in that slow Sarah McLachlan song and do an awareness commercial. Oh my god, I haven't heard Sarah McLachlan in like forever. It's like a high school song. Spooky. No, you wanted the mixing of the waters. Everybody wants the mixing of the waters. It's all about when your duplicants can pee in the water. Or maybe more accurately, when my duplicates can pee in the water. Disturbed by how frequently you guys enjoy that. I don't think I designed this well. I meant to actually have my storage set up a little differently. I'm going to do something wacky here. I'm going to break this container. And we're going to put a ladder down here. And I'm going to set up storage floors in here. Oh yeah, that was exactly what I meant to do. Oh, what am I doing? Not there. There we go. We'll have floors of storage down here. It'll all be sitting in CO2, but I don't really care. There we go. As long as the water doesn't break through, I guess that's kind of a problem. A little bit of fertilizer there. Oh, in the arms of an angel. Oh my god. I'm not even going to try to sing that one. That's way too high pitch for me. A couple trees at my work that have big old silk nets on them. Should I be concerned? That's usually a sign that they have bugs or something. In the heart of the zombie is the blood from my neck. Oh my god. Do you plan to reach the surface of the asteroid this stream? I don't know, maybe. I don't know what I'm doing exactly. I just really felt like playing a different asteroid tonight. I looked at the colony and I was trying to figure out what I wanted to tackle tonight on the Aridio asteroid. And I was like, well, we could build some of this stuff or some of that stuff. And then I was like, I really want to try out that Rime Asteroid, and I just haven't done it yet. So I said, you know, forget it. I'm going to try the Rime Asteroid. And hopefully no one will be too terribly upset that I didn't continue with the Aridio one at the time. I was like, I'll just, I'll risk it. Risk it for the biscuit. There we go. You have to sing that song. It's working. Oh no, Opal-Fire. That's not gonna happen. I am afraid not. I may sing things occasionally, but it's never gonna be that. Maybe I should make this bathroom bigger. Well, we make this into a full-fledged bathroom. I'm gonna make this bigger, and I think I'm gonna put a shower room down here. We'll move the kitchen somewhere else. Like I think I'll make a kitchen space over here. This could be like the dining area. We'll have bathroom and showers over here. And then I don't know what else we're gonna put in. We need a break room somewhere. Maybe we can put the break room up here. How about I Will Always Love You by Whitney Houston? Yeah, no, not that one either. Generally, male vocals are where I lean, but and not as much on stream either. I'm sure my wife upstairs sleeping doesn't want to hear me warbling into the mic. I don't know what I'm doing. No truer words. Yep, that's pretty much it. Yeah. But don't do that store floors type thing with gas reservoirs. Yeah, you know, I normally just put them in rows wherever my base happens to be. I'll just pick like a road area, but I'm gonna set a whole thing down here at the bottom right. That'll keep it out of the way of the base. We'll have a reasonable amount of storage for the next little while. It's not gonna be a crazy amount, but a reasonable amount. I just hope these walls don't break, because it's like kind of cracked there. I mean, it could just be a crack, meaning there's something in that spot, but there shouldn't be a lot of pressure on this wall, but hopefully not. But we need to clean up. All the stuff that's sitting on the floors up here is all cold. That's just gonna perpetuate the cold that we've got hanging out here. Warbling or crooning, whatever. The whole thing's a mess, regardless if I do it. So no Adele renditions for the stream then. Well, Adele does kind of sing like a man, so I don't know. Here you go. In the arms of an angel, fly away from here, from this dark, cold hotel room, and the endlessness that you feel. I'm gonna do like the Will Shatner spoken word. Oh, new colony. Hey, Mr. Big Bald Spot. Yeah, we decided to play around with the, I say we, but I mean, it was the royal we. It was me, really. Decided to play with the Rime Asteroid tonight. Mostly because I hadn't done it, so I was like, I really want to play around with this thing and see what it's like. Go with the frozen thing. They used to have that Helicona map ages ago. That was like an all ice map. I thought it would be neat to do some of that. All right, we've got all the mega digging going on now. Let's say I have a buried object as an item. Boom, boom, boom. It's a buried object. Your wife will wonder what kind of stream you're having. Yeah, pretty much. I mean, I have a karaoke app on my phone, and every now and then I'll throw something in like the community tab or whatever if I've been playing around with it, but I don't really do it so much on stream. How can you do a spoken word of Slim Shady? Would the real Slim Shady please stand up? Put one of those fingers on each hand up. What's the current design plan? Well, for right now, I'm working on surrounding us with insulation to try to protect us from the cold outside so we can get things warmed up. I'm going to have bathroom here and showers here. On this side, I'm planning to do the kitchen, the mess hall, and the break room up here. I haven't decided what to put over on these sides over here just yet. The power production is going to be down the bottom here somewhere. I don't really know where I've decided to do that yet. This water I'm going to let flow into here so we kind of cover the whole bottom in water. I might actually set up maybe the power production room down here, and then we'll set maybe like a carbon scrubber that can take care of the CO2 from the base and also from that generator. So to tackle it all at once. And then maybe what I'll do is I'll do a looping gas system behind the coal generator to pick up the heat from it and move it through the base to warm the base up a bit. That might be an idea. Any interest in playing No Man's Sky? I bought it at launch. Largely disappointed, but I've heard very good things about it lately. Yeah, I've heard the latest update was pretty good. I'm vaguely interested in it, but it's one of those games where I haven't decided whether there's a sufficient enough interest in the game to warrant trying to play it, or whether I just missed the boat entirely on that interest. Every time I'm picking games now, it's always like this debate between what do I want to play, what are people actually going to want to watch, and what do I think I'm going to have the time to do. And so I'm always kind of juggling those different priorities whenever I'm trying to pick a game. Because for me, every time I play something now, I'm largely doing it for YouTube. And if I'm playing games that nobody wants to watch, that's really detrimental to the success of my channel. So it's kind of a weird balance. And sometimes you hit on those things that I just want to play, but end up, I'm not really expecting them to be popular, but they are anyway. Like Ancestors has been that way. Car Mechanic Simulator 2018 was that way. This one's a really good blend of something that has some interest in it, enough to warrant me still playing it, because I really enjoy playing it. If you build the coal gens inside an insulated area, you might be able to get slicksters early on from the printing pod, as the generators can keep them warm. Potentially, but I'm more inclined to want to use the generator heat to try to warm up some of my colony. We'll try to get multi-purpose out of some of these different things that we're doing. So we'll have our coal generator running to produce power for us, but then at the same time we'll try to like leech some of the heat off of it to warm up other things. Ooh, a Drecklet egg. Gonna grab those. I'm not gonna bring any more duplicates in for now. We're gonna stay at 10. I'm not gonna go crazy. Normally I go like, 15 to 25 duplicates in a colony. Lately I've been around 17 or 18. But that puts a lot of strain on the food supply and everything. I'm gonna keep this colony fairly reasonable. If you play No Man's Sky, do it with a friend, it will take you through an unlimited money exploit. Oh, I see. I don't like exploits. I can see why people enjoy them, but it's not my thing. Josh Whittington joins the stream. CF, and I missed the boat. That's right, I jumped off the end of the dock and I missed the boat. Wait a minute. If you guys have seriously got to... I need more toilets. 2 toilets is not enough. I should have known better. Should have known. Let's deconstruct this. We're gonna move our bathroom out, make this a proper size. I didn't do this right in the first place. Mistakes were made by me. I guess if I put them on 3 schedules, I can make do with 2 toilets, but I'm just as well having 3 toilets, I guess. Just got here. How's it going? Cold worlds. Most of the slime lung's dead. Makes out. Yeah, there's basically no slime lung. It's too cold. Just a bald spot for the super chat. Plans are nothing, but planning is everything. Yeah. What's that old quote about how in war all battle plans are thrown out as soon as the first engagement happens? I have all these polluted water bottles running I gotta get rid of too. I haven't built a way to do that yet. I could freeze it down here. That would be alright. Let's go like so. And like this. We'll throw some mesh tile here. Actually, I'm gonna want a ladder here because I can take my way down. Cancel that. Let's get a ladder. Our poor duplicates. Oh no, that's gonna pollute this ice that I kind of want. Well, I guess I can make it a relatively small one. We're gonna do a small basin here. Throw some insulation in here. Dig all this out. Mesh tile. And we'll throw a bottle emptier in here. Bottle emptier right there. Thanks for the super chat, by the way, Mr. McWaldspot. Appreciate it. I think I disabled the battery instead of deconstructing it. Did I? I did. Thank you. Was not paying attention, clearly. Let's deconstruct this stuff here. That'll give me room for another... I'm going to use an outhouse for now. Once I get my power system set up, I think is when I'll build the plumbed-in bathroom. I was going to build it early, and then I kind of realized that if I don't have a good power supporting it, then I'm just going to cause more problems for myself long-term, so... Deconstruct this. Because every time the power shuts off, they won't have any toilets, and then they'll be peeing all over the place, and then I'm going to get irritated. Because the duplicates just can't manage to find a way to not keep pee on the floor. There we go. Wonder if you made metal tiles in the bottom of the polluted water tank if the ice below would kill the germs with the cold. Potentially. I'm not super worried about the germs. I mean, we can put it into a... If I really wanted to get rid of them, I could pump it into a space that has chlorine or something in it. But realistically, germs in that water is not really that big of a problem. So I'm not terribly inclined to want to put the effort into solving it. Like you need more problems, yeah. Go ahead and heat things up and just throw a cold generator in the middle of the base with a bunch of batteries. Yep. Yeah, I can pretty much dot the base with batteries, and they're little thermal heaters. Does the map actually have coal? What's your current... Oh, yeah, there's coal here. This is all coal here. Lots of it. Consumable ore, I have 11.5 tons of coal currently. Let's see. We have this stuff nailed. With all this stuff. Boom, boom. Oh, I didn't finish this. Gotta get that advanced power regulation going there. That's done. We have somebody who has a skill point we can spend. The scrub. Grilling 2. Not that we're doing a lot of cooking. I don't think this really qualifies, but what if we tried freezing the cold? That should stop them entering the base. This idea is so crazy, it just might work. Smart battery, maybe? Sure. Let's do that. Okay, that mess got cleaned up so I can actually break through this water now that I meant to do earlier. Copy settings. Copy that and all this stuff. Ice statues throughout the base will never melt. Think of the decor; it'll be amazing. You have to give them. We can almost. You can almost make a base where the living quarters are bracketed by exosuits. So when they get up out of bed, they leave and get into an exosuit, and they spend their whole time in the exosuit before going back later. The only trouble with that is like they'd have to constantly go back to get oxygen back in the exosuit, but I think that'd be funny. Make your base colder than the cold so it gets scared to enter the base, and then your base gets warm. Yes, it's genius. So what world trait have I got on the generation? So we have a frozen core. It's geoactive, small boulders, and irregular oil. Yeah, the nice thing about this water laying all the way across the bottom is it takes a while to heat up. So we've got like a thermal insulator straight across the bottom of our colony now. I mean, sorry, to cool down, not heat up. it'll take a bit for it to change temperature is where I was going with that. Get some ladders all the way down to here. Okay, and then I can build a floor over on this side, I guess. There we go. Can you put suit stations around the place to get oxygen from during the day? You kind of like sort of. You could almost put like little stations that they could swap suits, so they drop off one suit and pick up a different one. It would take a lot of oxygen, a lot of energy. You'd have a lot of stuff researched and stuff. You have witnessed someone do that? Yeah. I don't know how well it would work. Because by oxygenating the whole colony, they have an unlimited amount of time they can run around in here. Whereas with the exosuits, they can only run around and do their thing while they have oxygen. So I don't know how feasible it is. I don't have a ton of oxygen here, actually. I've been doing so much expanding. Like every time you dig into a tile, it becomes a vacuum, and then you gotta fill it with gas. So it's oxygen's not high pressurized in here. Let's see. What covered the pee bottles? Make a pee catch below the new ladder. Yeah, I definitely should do that. We don't want any more toilet accidents happening down there. I guess it doesn't really matter what I pick at this point. I don't know that there's anything really critical here for me. Let's get this stuff, I guess. Actually, no, let's go with the conductors. Get that larger transformer there. Build a new pea catch down here. How appropriately named. It creates some weird CO2 flow down here, though, which I'm not thrilled with, but... No, for a second there I thought I had them trapped. These ladders need to be blocked off. You guys need to stay out of that water, please. Let's deconstruct this and this. Please don't seal someone below the ladder. I know you want to, but don't do it. There's one little spot there to get. They've all got like this soaking wet debuff now too. They've all been playing in the water. Alright, we'll leave this one little thing down here. I don't care about that bump. Okay, and I think I'm going to swap these into airflow tiles also, just to let the CO2 down. Oops. I went too far. Just want to make sure I'm not interrupting the movement of CO2 down there. A dupe just picked up water underwater. Oh, it was a bottle of water sitting down there? That's funny. They're just so nutty. Waterception. Save the shine bugs. Yeah, we don't have a grooming station or a thing to feed them. I can't really feed them anyway. We need phosphorite, and I haven't dug out to the point to go get the phosphorite. We're gonna need to build an exit point out of the colony. So we have one built on this side. I should build another one over here. We'll insulate this one also. One, two, three, four. Oh, that's perfect. Dig all this out. This will be our exit point on this side. What do we got? Bristleberries. 4,800 kilocalories worth. I'll take it. I'm not proud. Curious if they have a map with no algae and slime. That'd be interesting in the first 10 cycles. Yeah, the Aridio asteroid is like that. You start off in the farm... sorry, not the farm biome. The forest biome, the middle. They do have slime, but it's way out to the outsides, so you have to dig your way out to it. And the whole colony, or the whole asteroid, rather, is really hot. So it's too warm for farming. There's no algae for easy oxygen generation at the beginning. Instead, you're using the new plants, the oxifern, to do it. It's an interesting asteroid to start on, actually. That the heat is really something else to have to try to cope with. Because all your machines produce heat, plus it's already hot. I think it might be one of the more challenging asteroids. Yeah, whatever. We'll start knocking out as many things as we can. One, two, three, four. I declare a thumb war. Left or right, lower levels aren't level. This unevenness is unnerving. You're welcome? I built the storage over here a little differently, didn't I? Take that. I mean, the rest of it is so symmetrical, it's kind of crazy. This is a little more symmetrical than I normally make it. Not that it doesn't fit with my typical pattern, but... Metal refinery research / setup can pipe the coolant around the base like a heating circuit. Yep, that works too. Winnipeg called. They want their coal back. Good old Winterpeg. Hank, I think you're overdoing in the mealwood. You're not taking as many duplicates as normal. Yeah, I have a little excess. You're right, but it's not gonna last forever. This is gonna stop working at some point. Or I'm going to want to swap it out to something else or whatever. But, I mean, 5, 10, 15. Yeah. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We only have... There's enough here for 12... Almost 13 duplicants. So we didn't really go that crazy on it. We're just a little bit. But the way that it cycles, too... I mean, it's going to build up. But so we'll have, like, a cushion of kilocalories. But it's not that crazy. Top bedroom really like those moon statues. That's because the artist wasn't terribly inspired. I was like, what do you mean I gotta work in this stuff again? Man, I hate doing this. Can't you get someone else to do it? Have a good night. You gotta go. See you, Josh. Thanks for stopping by. Glad you were able to hang out for a while. Oh, it's after midnight. It's time for me to go. Okay, so we're on cycle 31. We have a decent amount of food. Oxygen's okay. We're still using manual generator power, but that's all right. I kind of like the challenge of this. It'll be interesting once we break out to this core area and we start to like expand out into a different area and try to make the colony a little bit bigger outside of this. That's when we have to deal with the really extensive cold. So that should be interesting. But thanks so much for coming to hang out on the stream tonight. If you don't currently subscribe to the channel, go ahead and click on the subscribe button. Come back and hang out for another stream or check out a video or whatever. We will definitely be playing more of this particular colony. I'm having fun with this one. And if there's a lot of people that are looking for the Aridio Asteroid, then maybe we can switch back to that one. But I kind of like starting new colonies. It's my thing. I get the itch after a few hundred cycles. I've got the itch to play a new colony again. So it's kind of fun to start a new one again. Thanks again, everyone, for the super chats tonight, and thank you, the Scrub, for the upgraded membership. Much appreciated. I'm, as always, CrypticFox. I'll see all of you next time.